Hello, Master.
Hi, Master.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
We're very good, Master.
How are you, Master?
I'm okay. Just owe you a story.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Master.
What do you mean, thank you? I pay the debt and you say thank you? It's a story about the planet.
Oh.
So, anything you want to tell me or you want to hear about the planet?
Master, we have a few questions.
Okay.
Previously, Master has said that if Trump was in office, the war would have not broken out like it did. That Trump doesn't have to do anything with him being in the chief position.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Could Master explain more about this?
Yeah. Meaning that he would not have to fend off the war or he would not have to do anything because heaven will work through him.
Oh, wow.
It is arranged like this. If the negative representative won, then the negative power will take the upper hand.
Oh.
Then they do many other damaging things or humanity threatening survival things like war, famine, and more pandemics. But if the positive representative won, then the positive power will have the upper hand.
Oh. See.
Everything has a price. And that doesn't include whether or not you cheat to be in the office.
Oh.
If you are in the office, you're recognized by some, then that's it. You're done. Because then you can exercise all the physical, secular power in that country.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And if that country, like the United States of America, has power over many other domains in the world, then of course we are in more trouble. Not a small country, not a less influential country.
Yes,
Master.
Yes.
So that's what I mean by Trump doesn't have to do anything. He didn't have to go around begging for peace or anything. Things will turn out the way it will be beneficial to humankind if the positive representative wins the election.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Then he can have also the secular power invested in him to use. And he can exercise some more influence in the world and not damaging so much like war now. Because the war also damages in many other ways. Economic, psychological, social, and peace, of course. The UN just issued for warning that if the ports in Ukraine don't open, then millions of people will face starvation.
Right.
Because Ukraine is the fourth biggest wheat exporter in the world. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes.
Wow, you're so smart. And even the largest exporter of sunflower oil. Ukraine is famous for that. So you see right now all these ports that are supposed to have ships to carry all these essential foods from Ukraine to the world are blocked by Russia.
That's right.
So it's very difficult to bring out the supply to the needy world outside Ukraine.
Farmers have found themselves in the firing line during this war. Their grain storage facilities have been attacked. Shelling has left their green fields covered in craters, and some have even been mined.
Everything we're doing now is related to the war. We go to bed and we don't know if we'll wake up tomorrow.
Vitaly Kostricha grows corn, wheat and barley, but he can't even sell his grain at cost price, let alone make a profit, because Russia has all but destroyed Ukraine's export market. Its blockade of Black Sea ports is starving farmers of income and Ukraine of a big source of national wealth. The attacks on infrastructure and the blockade on exports don't just hurt Ukraine, they hurt the world. About half the wheat bought by the World Food Programme comes from Ukraine, so Russia's war could have devastating consequences for those who can least afford them.
So the war is not just killing people, innocent people, children, elderly, etc., but also killing other parts of the world.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
It's like a knife with two edges can kill both humanity elsewhere and Ukrainians at the same time. That's why I call this evil.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
That's why I call Putin and his gang evil. I'm not exaggerating.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
Putin and his gang are not that dumb. They are not 3 years old children not to know all this. They did all this on purpose to bring the world to its knees, to control.
Understand,
Yes.
Master.
to force the world to surrender to his dictatorial evil will. Do you see it now?
Yes,
Master.
As I told you last time, Europe depends on Ukraine for wheat and other essentials, as well as many other countries like Africa, for example, and even far as Brazil, China are all affected as the war in Ukraine drags on.
Yes.
So this is evil, beyond evil. There is no enmity between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine didn't do anything at all.
Yes.
That's right.
There's no excuse to go in there and then damage the world economy and everything, and also put many people in Russia out of business, out of work as well. Russia's own citizens, not just Ukraine and other people. Because Russia also exports a great deal of wheat, for example, to the world.
Yes.
So if Ukraine also is fused into Russia with exporting business, then many countries will have to kneel down to beg for food.
Yes, Master.
That's why I told you they're stupid not to fight with Ukraine, not to do anything, and thinking that Ukraine can live or die. It doesn't matter. It does matter. Now they realize, huh?
Right.
All the world leaders came to Ukraine now. Yeah, all the embassies came back. Many things re-established. Trudeau was the last now of the world leaders who came and also pledged more help to Ukraine.
Oh.
They should have done that a long time ago.
Yes.
When Crimea was attacked and taken away by Russia. But let bygones be bygones. It's just that I'm so sorry for Ukraine. I talk a lot about it because I'm feeling so sorry for these gentle, basic people.
Yes, Master.
They are mostly farmers. Farmers, they are not wanting any war or making trouble for anybody.
That's right.
Right, Master.
Yeah, they are the best. Farmers are the best. It's even written in the Bible that you should plant your food with the sweat of your brow.
Right.
That's the best. The occupation, and I told you already, the most happily married people are the farmers,
Yes, Master.
according to research. And it should be so. They just plant and they see things grow, giving life, and then sustaining life on the planet. So they feel happy.
Yes.
Also, it's very healthy work. They're always in the fresh air.
Yes.
So they're happy, of course. They work together to see things grow, knowing that people will be sustained and nourished by their labor, by the fruits of their diligent labor. So inside, the heart just feels happy, the mind feels tranquil, and the soul feels satisfied.
Yes, Master.
They have no chance to do anything bad to anybody.
That's right.
Not that they ever want to.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
They're busy taking care of their fields, tending to their plants, their fruits, and their vegetables. They'll be happy seeing them lush, happy, and plentiful.
Yes, Master.
Because they can see the results right in front of their eyes.
Right.
And daily watch them grow more and more. So in this world is not the world of heaven.
Yes,
Master.
The heavenly beings, even though being on this planet, are limited in their power and the exercise of their power. That's why, many masters came and were persecuted.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Because they are the opposite force. And this planet is not heaven. You can see it.
Yes, Master.
That's right.
So the master, heavenly beings, whoever came down to help the humans or other beings of this planet are going, working, fighting in the enemy's land.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master. Right.
So they have to have many contract agreements with the negative in order to come down. Thus they have karma heaped upon them, they have persecution, they have punishments for nothing they have done, they have even a bad name, a hatchet upon them for no reason.
Yes, Master.
So Trump, for example, he's a representative of the positive power for America and the world as well, indirectly. If he wants, he could exercise many things of the power that's invested in him to do good for America, to protect American citizens, to protect his country from bankruptcy, to make his country prosper and his citizens feel safe and protected. And as well, he can have more diplomatic influence over the whole world. For example, when he was in office, he was already making Americans independent in fuel.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, Master.
Doesn't have to depend on Russia because he can foresee that Russia will not be able to extort his country in this way, America in this way.
Understand.
He can foresee it in his soul,
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
even if he's not aware. Heaven directing him on what to do
Yes.
Yes.
because his soul is good, his heart is pure, and his mentality is innocent. So heaven can use him to do good for the United States of America, now, of course, the surrounding countries, and for the world. That's the evidence already.
Yes, Master. Right.
When he was in power, the economy of America was sound. And then also he made peace in unprecedented and impossible deals with many of the Arab world, for example, and Israel.
That's
yes,
true.
Master.
That avoided a lot of bloodshed.
Right.
Yes, Master.
And he made peace also between South and North Korea.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
And now Trump's gone and North Korea is threatening with more nuclear weapons, and even threatened the South with nuclear weapons.
Oh.
I saw on the news. And the old president, the ex-president, has gone out, and even then North Korea still wrote a letter to consolidate their friendship, to praise Moon Jae-in, ex-president of Korea. But they are not on very good terms with the new South Korean president. And the South also are not on very good terms with the North. They are already threatened strict measurements against the North.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So there's war kind of lurking in every corner, in the West, in Europe, and also in Asia.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
A nuclear weapon not only damage the country intended to be attacked, but will also affect many surrounding countries.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
It will make a lot of people sick, die, and damage their mental, physical, psychological, many things. And also, of course, to affect the economy and the food security of the whole world. It's not just the country that's being attacked
That's right, Master.
or the aggressor country. It's not like that. It's not that simple. And the effects of the war will be felt long afterwards.
Yes.
Yes,
True,
Master.
Master.
A nuclear weapon not only damage the country intended to be attacked, but will also affect many surrounding countries.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
It will make a lot of people sick, die, and damage their mental, physical, psychological, many things. And also, of course, to affect the economy and the food security of the whole world. It's not just the country that's being attacked or the aggressor country.
That's right, Master.
It's not like that. It's not that simple. And the effects of the war will be felt long afterwards.
Yes.
Yes.
True, Master.
Well, what's your question?
It's about Trump being in position
yeah,
and
yeah.
it doesn't have to.
Yeah. That's what I meant by he doesn't have to do anything. But of course he will work like mad.
Yes. Yes.
It's not like he doesn't have to do anything. Like the peacemaking with other countries in the Arab world, etc., and Israel, it takes a lot of work.
Yes. Right.
It took a lot of work for a long time. It's not so easy. Like, okay, Trump calls everybody, now we have peace, and then it's done. It's not like that, huh?
Yes,
Master.
I wish it's like that. I wish heaven can come here and control everything.
Yes.
But the negative powers, they are rooted here.
Yes. Master.
And they're making more and more influence by attacking and possessing vulnerable human beings and even animals to wage war against neighbors, against individual groups, or countries. You can see that.
Right. Right.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
So you see, when Trump was there, Russia was friendly with America.
Yes. That's right. True.
Visiting, handshaking all the time. Smiling big from ear to ear.
Yes. Yes.
At least peace with Americans and Europe,
Yes. Master.
even though a little bit here and there. But I tell you what, I'm very disappointed with Russian leadership. They have their hands everywhere and they're very aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't care what they damage as long as they achieve their goal, or even not. Even in Africa, I saw on the news that they tortured the natives. They went there and occupied some area or were present there for some reason and tortured the native people. Yeah, and killed them also. I saw it on the news. They have this kind of gripping iron hand.
Yes.
Because I think it's a leftover mentality of communism. They say the end result justifies the means, meaning they can do anything, however brutal and however inhumane they can do it, until they succeed.
Yes, Master.
Because they don't believe in heavens and hells and Buddha's teaching or Jesus, nothing. It's supposed to be like that. Communism. It's not supposed to believe in anything religious. So they are not afraid of doing any worst possible things against other human beings or animals, people even. One time in Sochi, I think, wherever the Olympic Games took place before, put in order to kill many dog people. A lot of dog people on the street because he say it's for rabies. It was just an excuse to make it look clean and good for the Olympics. For example, like that. And Stalin, he killed so many millions.
Yes, Master.
It's not just now, it's before. Now, Putin's war brought back all these terrible atrocities from communism under Stalin.
Yes,
Master.
It's a very, very, very terrible thing to remember. Terrible, very sad thing to remember. Too much suffering. I don't believe in all this communist doctrine because if they exercise their power like that, from the Soviet Union to China and to Vietnam or to wherever, if they exercise all these kinds of atrocities, then I don't believe any of their doctrines, no matter how good they intended to broadcast their system to the world.
Right.
Yes, Master.
That's why most of the world is still in a free world system, and I'm glad so. I'm really happy it's like that. But if the war in Ukraine is lost, then I don't know, many other countries will lose as well, and communism will expand further. With all this no faith system, no faith in heaven,
Yes, Master.
and just always terrorizing people into surrendering, terrorizing truly like that. Otherwise, what for do they keep bombing everything like that?
Yes, Master.
Where there is no trace of military presence even. Just like somewhere that people cannot defend, like hospitals, kindergartens, schools, basements, where people just huddle together there to keep safe.
Right.
Just civilians, children, women. Oh, God. Because most men, they went out into the battlefield already
Yes.
Right, Master.
to defend for their country. Only the women or left children or elderly are still around in any village because they don't have anywhere to go. Even if they wanted to be refugees in Poland, for example, like 7 million already went to be refugees. Almost 7 million Ukrainians up to date. I read on the news like that. Yeah.
Wow.
And some cannot go to be refugees elsewhere because they don't have money to go.
Yes, Master.
Like farmers, they have only so much and they rely on their harvest every year to live on.
Yes, Master.
And they have just a simple farmhouse or some field cattle somewhere maybe. So they cannot even quickly sell anything to go because everybody left already.
Yes.
And their whole life they know only farming. Where would they go? What can they do? If they left their farm, they have nothing.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
So because of that, Russia can bomb them. They have no means to escape, no weapons to defend themselves.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
So it's truly beyond evil, truly beyond devil. So now you can see what I say is not from personal emotion only. It is logic. It's all for the world.
Yes,
Yes, Master. Right.
It's truly like that. Because Ukraine has nothing to do with me.
Right. Yes.
Right, Master.
I did not even know where Ukraine was on the map. Yeah, of course, if I see the map, I would know.
Yes.
But they have nothing to do with me. I said that I have some Ukrainian disciples, but I have disciples everywhere.
Right.
Right,
Yes.
It's not just for the disciples. Of course, I wish them well and to be protected. But it's not personal, nothing personal. I do not hate Russia, you know already.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right. Yes.
I keep telling you, Russian people, the normal people are very nice. It's just these evil, ambitious leaders and gangs are never satisfied with what they have already. Just greedy, want to conquer more and control the neighbors, and then the world with their evil scheme. Is that enough for your question?
Yes, Master. Thank you.
All right, next.
The former Brazilian president and the current presidential candidate, Lula da Silva, blames President Zelensky for the war in Ukraine. Is he correct, Master?
Even 5-year-olds can tell you the answer.
Yes, Master.
I'm glad you asked for everyone else. It's just that, how can Zelensky keep asking for peace from Russia before,
Yes.
before with no condition, and wrote a letter to Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, through his best friend, one of Putin's best friends and supporters, Abramovich, through him even, because he worried Putin will not receive his letter or ignore it, or maybe his secretary wouldn't want him to see. So he gave it through his friend, and Putin read the letter and threatened to thrash Zelensky even. Just asking for peace. And with how many peace negotiations already? Russia did not want peace. He wants Ukraine.
Yes.
He wants to control Ukraine and the vast treasure of food,
Yes, Master.
so they can control Europe and Africa and other countries in the world because of the food supply.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Because food is very essential to everybody, to any nation.
Right.
So if you control food, you control everyone. Do you hear that?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Without gas, maybe people can use wood to cook,
Right.
coal to cook, or solar power. Without gas and oil, we can use even solar ovens, natural biogas to cook, wind power, wave power, thermal power, all that to heat the home or to cook food. But without food, how can people survive? That's the cruelest thing to control, food.
True, Master.
Yes, Master.
Without food, what to cook with?
Correct.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Without oil, they can maybe import oil from Venezuela, from Libya, finally somewhere,
Yes.
Yes.
Arab countries. Without food, you cannot do anything.
Right, Master.
That's
Yes.
true.
No matter if you have gold, diamonds, oil, gas with you, without food, how do you cook? How do you survive?
Yes,
Understand,
Master.
Master.
That's why Russia wants Ukraine,
Right.
the primary object. No matter what kind of flowery walls they try to weave around it, it is the main point.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Oh, Zelensky has tried his best already, sent his team to the table, even got poisoned by Russia already. What else to do? I told you last time, Putin even poisoned his own friend, so-called friend and supporter,
Yes.
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 that tycoon, Abramovich, in order to get sympathy. Some little PR, public relations. Oh, man. If it's not the devil's tactic, then what is?
Right.
There's no way to run away from that.
Yes,
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 Master.
Master.
Nothing you can explain away from it. This Mr. Lula, he wants to be the next president of Brazil against Mr. Bolsonaro, the present president of Brazil. But I think he will lose.
Oh.
Well, I wish he would lose. Anyway, he just wants to make noise.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Understand.
He hopes that Russia will help him to win.
Oh, wow.
And Russia is big because America will not will not help him. So Russia might, because they think Russia helped Trump, but it's not like that.
True, Master.
Yes, Master.
No, Trump won by himself. They just blame everything to degrade President Trump.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
No, I don't like that. You cannot win by degrading others.
That's right.
Right.
That's very petty, very cheap, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Master.
Agree.
Just to make noise. Anyway, what for Zelensky would not want peace? Tell me, huh? He was sitting as a president, pretty, and everything was fine until Russia jumped in, invaded, and killed his people.
Yes.
And he still had patience and sent a team to go to the table to negotiate peace with Russia.
Right, Master.
And now blaming Zelensky. Whoever does that is either evil also or stupid. Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Very staticky, Master.
It's static, right?
Yes.
So also here, I don't know why. The phone still on the table. One moment, okay? I check out the connection.
Yes, Master.
Yes, yes, Master.
Everything is kind of do-it-yourself here, so
We understand.
don't blame the electric company or the phone company. It's me, okay?
Yes.
I didn't connect well, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Yes,
I did connect the phone myself using extensions. Can you hear me still?
Yes,
We
Master.
can hear.
I check the phone first.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's okay now?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I told you, everything is do-it-yourself here. I just extended the telephone to suit my location. I did not want to ask anybody to come.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I don't have anyone here, so don't blame anybody, only me.
We just blame the phone only.
You can't blame the phone either. It's me. I'm not a professional, and I try to do everything myself. That's why. And don't blame the phone company, don't blame the electricity, nothing. It's me. I didn't fix it well. And I stretch it, so sometimes it gets loose.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Because I don't have a professional office where everything is left there untouched all the time. Sometimes I may have to clean the table of dust, and sometimes I may have to move the keyboard or the computer to arrange things. Because the table is full of wires and devices.
Yes, Master.
Like a loudspeaker, yeah. Two of them and two computers and many phones, camera and mid-height monitor and big monitors, blah, 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 blah. I have to move sometimes the phone to different locations.
Yes, Master.
And probably that's how it got loosened.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, what did I say before just now?
We're talking about President Lula.
He just wanted to make noise, just to be in the political arena because he has been blamed for something before.
Yes.
And now his name is cleared. I wonder if it's really clear or not. And he wanted to be the next president. He's already campaigning for the presidential race.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
So he just wants to chip in or to make noise or to please Russia or something. You cannot blame Ukraine.
Understand, Master.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Never should. Even if Ukraine wants to join NATO, that's their right.
Yes.
They join wherever they want to. They're a free country.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
They're their own sovereignty. They could join anywhere they want. You see, if NATO accepts Ukraine right away, as I said, it would give people more confidence to fight for freedom for the world, not just the Ukraine. And also the people will feel justified. And the deceased souls will feel some comfort that their sacrifice for freedom and democracy is not in vain.
Yes, Master.
That's why NATO should have accepted Ukraine already.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because Russia said if Ukraine joins NATO, then they will invade Ukraine. But Russia already invaded Ukraine, so what do they have to lose?
Right, Master.
I just feel so ashamed for NATO that they did not accept them immediately.
Yes.
Right.
If I were NATO, I'd take Ukraine under my wing immediately to protect their people.
Yes, Master.
At least Russia would think twice to continue the war.
Yes.
Yes.
And Ukrainian people would feel more confident that they have backup,
Yes.
Yes.
something like that. But no, they didn't do anything for Ukraine. Oh, such a shameful organization, no matter what excuse they make. That's my opinion.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I guess nobody cares. I'm just an old woman. I still voice my opinion, nevertheless. So don't believe all this. Don't believe all this nonsense.
Understand, Master.
You know already. You can see the news if you have time. So Zelensky is not at fault. Also, maybe Lula.
Lula.
Maybe he's jealous because he said everybody praised Zelensky instead of negotiating. Oh, they did negotiation. They even poisoned the Ukrainian negotiators for the peace talks.
Yes.
In the old rules, when two countries were at war, you didn't harm the messenger.
Yes, Master.
But you can see Russia is so petty, so low life. They even poison the opponents, poison their own just to blur people's eyes,
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
just to get some sympathy or to distract the free world.
Yes.
So low life, truly. If it's not evil, at least in this world, it's low life. When two countries at war, they should let the messenger be, because they just come in by order to try to talk with each other.
Yes.
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 But that was the rule in the old times. When the two countries are at war, they should not harm the messenger. Like Ukraine send people to the peace talks, that's their messenger.
Yes, Master.
Russia even poisoned him. So there's no need to talk to Putin anymore. Just get him out. The sooner the better for the world.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Not just for Ukraine, but for the world. Before people starve to death, and before more people become crippled and lame and die in agony.
Yes.
Putin must be out. But I'm worried if Putin is out, I don't know if somebody better will come up.
That's right.
Because he would choose his favorite.
Yes, Master.
That's right.
And his favorite means the same in the evil pact. Nothing better. But the solution is veganism. That's what it is. If we stop killing other beings, then we will not be killed in war anymore. Peace will last forever. If we grant peace to other beings, we will have peace. That's the law of cause and effect.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So there's no need to talk a lot anyway. I'm just talking a lot because I'm sorry for the innocent children, women, and elderly that die. I'm sorry for a nation who was peaceful and is being bullied by the big giant next door. So I cannot help but just say something, because my heart just feels so much pain. I have to scream it out. Otherwise, the world has to change. All people must change in order to avoid all this bloodshed, pain, and suffering.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
All right, anything else?
Recently, President Macron said that Ukraine's bid to join the EU will take decades. He suggested Ukraine join a parallel EU political community while awaiting membership. Is this good for Ukraine, Master?
I don't think it is an honest plan, because that's just almost like nothing. It's not officially an EU member.
Yes.
It's almost like, okay, we don't know yet.
Yes, Master.
I don't know why he has this type of suggestion. That's against the whole EU, because the chief of EU, the boss, said that Ukraine can join the EU in a matter of weeks,
Yes, Master.
Yes.
not years. And now he says decades. I don't know what he wants to be. I don't know if he wants to be with Russia or if he wants to be with the EU.
Ah, yes. Why did he say that, Master?
I have a couple of ideas just flashing through my head. Maybe he just wants to be like a leader, but in the wrong direction.
Yes. Yes.
You know, a man likes to be the boss, okay? Maybe he doesn't want to listen to von der Leyen, the lady chief of the EU, because she's a woman.
Oh, yes.
It's difficult to work in a man's world. But he should, for the sake of the unity of Europe, because right now Europe needs unity to counter Russia, unless he's pro-Russia, because maybe he's afraid of nuclear weapons. But France has nuclear weapons also.
Yes.
I remember a long time ago, under another former president, they tested a nuclear bomb, and Greenpeace went all over to protest it. So France should not be afraid of Russia because of nuclear weapons.
Yes, Master.
So I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe he's jealous, or maybe he's not comfortable that everybody in the world praises Zelensky and went there to help Ukraine, to show support and to visit Zelensky. You know, as a man, it feels like another rival.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
And France is big, much bigger than Ukraine,
Yes.
and has more prestige.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And the French people, they feel something. And Ukraine is in Europe. So why should Europe neglect or drop out Ukraine like that, especially in a time of need? No matter what, Ukraine is a neighbor. In Christian teaching, it says you should love thy neighbor, especially when that neighbor is so good. Now, Ukraine has been fighting so hard and successfully. So Europe should be proud to receive to admit Ukraine into the European Union.
Yes.
Master.
Before, they should have admitted Ukraine already to protect Ukraine.
Yes, Master.
United we stand.
Yes.
More neighbors are better than just one neighbor being harassed by bully next door.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
But for some reason they did not. It wasn't a good reason, whatever that was. And now Ukraine is in need. If anyone in Europe, any leader in Europe still wants to refuse Ukraine or try to degrade Ukraine's status instead of letting Ukraine become a member of the European Union, they have to answer themselves.
Yes, Master.
They have to answer to their own conscience.
Yes, Master.
Because I don't understand it. I wouldn't do it myself.
Understand.
If I were a leader of any European Union country, I would immediately take Ukraine into my arms to protect it as much as I can. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Now Ukraine needs, your neighbor needs you. You can't just ignore it and say, oh, it doesn't matter. Or try to play it down and side with the bully instead.
Yes, Master.
By now, everybody knows Russia is the aggressor and Ukraine is the victim.
Yes.
So I don't know why anybody would not try to help the victim as much as they can.
Yes, understand.
And to admit Ukraine into the European Union does not cost them anything, just to have more reinforcement for the European Union.
Yes, Master.
More strong, more power.
Yes.
That's right.
Especially Ukraine has been a good force of protection, not only for their country, but for Europe and the world's freedom as well, against Russia, the bully.
Yes.
So I really don't understand.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
That's all I can think of. I don't know why Macron wants to go against the whole world. He should have also visited Ukraine when he already was voted to be the new president, because that's something to celebrate. Kiev would have been very happy to see that he's elected again.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I was also happy. I thought maybe he's much better than the other one. I thought Madame Le Pen was pro-Russia. That's what everybody said,
Yes,
Master.
the way she acts or talks. But now it looks like he's also pro-Russia or something. I don't know what's in his head. I can only guess a few ideas like that.
Yes.
Because the unity of Europe right now is more important than his personal ego.
Yes, Master.
Master.
Because to go against Russia, they have to show a united front.
Yes.
And also, he should not be afraid of Putin, because they also have nuclear weapons when it comes to that.
Yes.
Or maybe he's scared, a scared person, I don't know. Underneath, he's scared or something. Because last time Russia threatened him, threatened France, remember?
Yes.
Maybe he's scared. Well, he shouldn't be. He's a big guy.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And France is big. France should be one of the leading roles, one of the leading parties in the European Union, but not in the wrong direction like that.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
By now, he should know how much the Ukrainian people suffer, including women and children. Suppose his wife or his children have been raped and murdered like that, how would he feel?
Yes, Master.
And he loves his wife so much. Suppose the Russians came to France and did atrocities like they did in Ukraine. Would he like that?
Of course not.
Of course not. So I don't know why he talks contrary to his manly protective instinct.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Or there's another idea. Maybe is that he's influenced by Putin. Maybe he likes Putin because this negative force, they have a way to charm people also.
Oh.
It's terrible. And now many of them are on the leader seat, yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
And they have a chance to see many people and influence them, including any president who happens to have a penchant of not positive thinking
Yes, Master.
due to ego or due to power, sustainability. I can't really explain well. If you have some negative thinking in your head that is against the good of humanity as a whole, then the negative power can easily lure you into their side.
Yes.
If you are vulnerable and naive or maybe not strong in a positive penchant, then it's easy to be influenced by the negative power.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
there are also some others either influenced by the negative power or working for them as well, okay, in Europe. Some leaders. I don't want to mention it right now, but if you look at the news, you know who is who.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I'm just tired of mentioning all these negative things going on. Anything not clear about this question or answer?
It's clear, Master.
Is it good?
Yes, thank you, Master.
Fine, you're welcome. All right, anything else?
Yes, Master. P. Francis blames NATO and others for the Ukraine war. Is this right, Master?
Yeah. I read that also. He said that it's NATO's fault because NATO barked at Russia's door. What means Russia's door? Huh? Where is Putin's door? Where is Russia's door? Every country has a neighbor.
That is true.
Yes.
So where is the limit there? And how can P. Francis, as a so-called spiritual leader, liken many countries who join NATO to dogs?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
There's no justification for the dogs.
No.
Also, yeah? Because the dogs don't do anything wrong ever. That's why the whole world loves dogs.
Yeah.
That's true, Master.
And to compare NATO to dogs is very insulting. It's very insulting to NATO anyway. And all these allies, they don't deserve it.
Yes, Master.
And ultimately, even if a dog barks at your door, you don't go out and kill all the other dogs who has nothing to do with you, who has not even barked at your door.
Right. Yes.
You see, joining NATO is a matter of volunteering, and people love to, then they can join. Not like Russia forcing Ukraine to become a member of their union. That is a different thing. Besides, that's insulting to dogs.
Yes,
Yes.
true, Master.
Because dogs never have anything to do with humans' war, cruelty, and abomination in all categories. On the contrary, humans have always shown their barbarous, beastly nature towards dogs in particular, not to talk about all animals, people, and humans yet.
Yes, right.
Like they abuse the dog people's kind, gentle nature, abuse them in all kinds of things, torture them in all different ways. Well, apart from those kind people who take the dog people in as their own family members, these I applaud.
Yes, Master.
But on the other hand, other humans would torture the dogs in such an abominable way, like skinning them alive without anesthetic for fur and meat, like in China, Thailand, etc.
Right.
Yes, Master.
Human atrocities shook heavens and earth, resulting in innocent people and non-innocent people in this world having to undergo suffering, pain, and agony for many disasters and diseases, incurable diseases or pandemics, for example.
Yes, Master.
And we did not learn to stop. And now, and since forever, we even attack our own species, like in the war.
Yes.
Yeah.
If P. Francis doesn't know anything better about the history of the cruelty of mankind, then he should shut up, as I said many times before.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Because his raw meat, blood-dripping mouth doesn't contribute to any comfort or sympathy to the innocent victims, except to rub salt in their wounds. So this is cruelty, not even in disguise, open cruelty.
Yes.
And I don't know if whoever believes in Jesus Christ or the mercy of God would still accept him as their leader. Ugh. God help us. God help us. Oh, God.
Right.
Yes, Master.
What kind of human would utter such a stupid and illogical thing like that? As if encouraging the war. And not to talk about the so-called Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church.
Yes, Master.
Oh, I am so appalled and disgusted. This guy is despicable. Siding with the abominable aggressor instead of the poor, suffering, agonizing victims. So you can see clearly who is the devil. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
NATO has really tried to refrain from war. NATO has never shown aggression to any other except when it has to defend.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I told you before already. This war is Russia putting alone. No one else's fault. Since Crimea already.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And then Donetsk, and then what else?
Luhansk.
Luhansk, yeah. And now he wanted Ukraine. They couldn't take Kiev, too heavy losses. So they went back to the separatist region and make an excuse to liberate people there. I'm sure people are all liberated. 12 million people are liberated from their own country, their own home, their own field, their own business, their own loved ones, and everything else that they cherish. This is the wicked, evil liberation style.
Yes, Master.
Not fitting anywhere. No country would do this, except a devil's country, evil people, like Putin and the gang. I told you, this P. Francis, he's not worthy to be called Pop. That's why we call him P. P like PP, not P like abbreviation of Pop, no.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
He just says something sometimes trendy, but he knows nothing about it. He doesn't even understand. He probably doesn't know how to spell it. He couldn't care less.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He's too safe and sound, and some people still respect him.
Yes.
And he just enjoys all this position. But I tell you what, I read in the news that the faithful from the Catholic Church left the church in never-before-seen numbers.
Oh.
So some churches are empty, some churches have to close because no income to keep.
Wow.
And asked the Vatican for some financial help, and the Vatican say no.
Whoa.
What for they keep the church when it's empty?
Right, Master.
Yes.
Or just some dogs and cat people going there for refuge. Oh, man. People don't believe in the church anymore. They should have the church for their refuge.
Yes.
In their stressful life, they need somewhere to go in, to pray and to believe and to take refuge in their hearts, mentally, psychologically. But the evil so-called priests, they ruined it all. They took away people's refuge, holy places, like churches.
Yes.
So the churches are now empty. You can't blame the people.
Yes, Master.
They lost their faith. It's not just the faith that they lost. They lost their happiness, their anchor in their life, and they would feel very lost also. Many of them would feel terrible, would feel empty in their hearts, feel lost in life, nowhere to turn to.
Yes, Master.
This is the worst thing that these evil so-called priests have done to them. Not just the physical abuse to their children. You hear me?
Yes, Master.
So nothing that P.P. Francis says should be worth any pinch of salt anymore.
Yes.
That's right.
I don't care about that evil man. Evil, not man. If he's a man, he wouldn't have said anything that's so hurtful to a nation who is in pain and suffering.
Yes,
Master.
12 million people have no home now already. And still have time. After some wine, of course, drunk and doesn't say anything. Or he's just evil at heart, supporting evil. Whatever he says, it's just like a way to cover Russia's Putin's evil deeds.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. If you say something like that, you are the same. You are like an accomplice with Russia,
Yes, that's right.
with the Russian invasion of Ukraine and all the suffering that they have to go through. So if this is not a devil's deed, then what is it, you tell me? If he's not working for Satan, for devils, then what is he working for? Huh? Not for humanity. Definitely not. Is it?
No,
Master.
Right, now you know. Even the lowliest intelligent people in the world would see that if they see the news and all that he talks about.
Yes, Master.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, yes, Master, we have some good news.
Yeah.
At an international donors conference held in Warsaw, Poland on May 5th, around $6.5 billion was raised for Ukraine.
Wow.
Yeah, countries such as France, Finland, the Czech Republic, Croatia, and others pledged millions of euros to support humanitarian and military efforts in Ukraine.
Very good, very good. The best is just to end the war, so we don't have to see people, children, and the elderly suffer so much anymore, and can rebuild Ukraine.
Yes.
The best is to stop the war. Otherwise, just wasting money.
That's right.
Always, you save people here and then putting people there.
Yes.
Evil, wicked men, wicked gangs, and makes a very bad name for his country, for Russia. He doesn't deserve to have his people. He doesn't deserve to be president of such a great country. He's evil anyway. So what to talk about anymore? Tell me, what's next?
Yes, Master. On May 8th, President Zelensky awarded a medal to Ukraine's famous mice-sniffing dog person, Patron,
Ah, yeah.
and his caregiver to recognize their dedicated service.
Uh-huh.
Patron has detected more than 200 mice since the Russian invasion.
Yeah.
The award was presented in the presence of Canadian Prime Minister, His Excellency Justin Trudeau, during his visit to Kyiv.
Wow. Yeah, Trudeau also came already. Yeah, that's good. So cute. He went his tail in appreciation. He's not a professional even, you know?
Oh.
His caretaker just accidentally found out that he could do it.
Oh.
Natural talent, heaven sent to help the Ukrainians. Because these 200 bombs would have made many people in the future.
Yes, right.
Yes.
Or now and in the future as well, if they accidentally encounter these bombs. So he's a big hero. And he's beautiful. I would hug him, adopt him anytime. But he became now a Ukrainian treasure, so nobody can touch him. Nobody can adopt him. Well, I have enough dog people. Anyway, I don't have time for anything. But he's so cute, so beautiful also. So beautiful. He was barking at Trudeau, I heard. Not because of aggression, it's just welcome.
So cute.
Because Prime Minister Trudeau pledged many millions to have Ukraine. So he barked at him because he was saying, good boy. Good job. Yeah. All right, that's good. Anything else?
On May 5th, President Zelensky invited the German Chancellor Scholz and President Steinmeier to Kyiv.
Ah, good.
Yes, and he actually invited the pair and the entire German government.
Ah.
So it seems like they are improving their relations. President Steinmeier and President Zelensky had a phone conversation, and it turned out to be a good one.
Well, Ukraine, good job. Yeah. Zelensky, good job.
Yes, Master.
Good job that you make friends, more friends than enemies. And you need more friends now. Good job. Well done. You know, people make mistakes sometimes.
Yes.
Because the president of Germany is also a human. And he has also been perhaps influenced by others around him.
Yes, Master.
Advisors for presidents or leaders are very important. If they are enlightened, they're good, then the president will have a good reputation. If not, then good luck.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So it's good that Kyiv make friends, like Abraham Lincoln, the president of the United States of America, say, I destroy my enemies by making them my friends.
Yes.
Good job. Very good. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, truly I'm happy.
Yeah.
Thank you, heaven. That was really good news. Ukraine needs more help, more friends.
Yes, Master.
They should bury the hatchet, if there is one, anywhere. Only Russia, you cannot make friends with them because they don't want to be your friend. This is a problem. But even if Russia stops now, it's still better than ever.
Right.
And we can mend the international relationship. Many wars happen, but finally, eventually, the world still gets together.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So Russia should learn all this. I mean, Putin and the gangs or Russian supporters of war should learn lessons from history.
Yes,
Right,
Master.
yes.
All dictators die in the end, mostly horribly, like Hitler.
Right.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Yes.
Anything else?
The president of China, Xi Jinping, asked the German chancellor to try with all effort to help avoid the intensifying of the war in Ukraine. What does Master think about this?
It's good. It's good to say that, to think like that, but he should tell that to Putin. Because the West did not start it. Germany did not start the war. Germany did not show any aggression to Russia so far. In fact, they were trying to cover for Putin because they needed their gas and oil and other things.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So why does the president tell the West to make all effort to stop the war?
Understand.
It is Putin who started it for no reason. So it is Putin who has to end it.
Yes.
Yes.
Master, the Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, addressed the Ukrainian Parliament via video link, and he said the West was too slow to act over Russian aggression in Ukraine and failed to collectively impose sanctions against Vladimir Putin. And afterwards, President Zelensky described UK and Ukraine as brothers.
Oh yeah, bravo. Now you tell me. Huh? Now he told us. Fine, it's good. That's the way it is. That is what it is. I'm with him, Boris. What he said, I agree. You know, Elon Musk,
Yes.
he's threatened by Russia and he's afraid for his life now.
Yes, we heard, Master.
Because he helped with the Starlink.
Yes, that's right.
Otherwise, Ukraine would not have any communication system left. Russia destroyed him.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, Master.
So because of that, Russia blames Elon Musk. But he also let Russia use it. Because he say, sorry, free speech is free speech. He cannot just give it only to Ukraine and block Russia.
Yes.
Still, Russia is threatening him from the top,
Oh.
some powerful people. And so he said if he dies in any mysterious circumstances, then, you know, he means people should know why, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
And he should just kind of say goodbye already, something like that.
Oh.
That's the problem with being famous and wanting to help the world.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a price to pay. Maybe you can get away with it, but it doesn't mean you can have mental tranquility or peace at heart. You know, there's always danger lurking around, threatening officially or not.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
But what does Musk expect? He wants to wrestle with Putin, and he wants to help Ukraine with this and that. Starlink is not the only thing he helped with. Well, I think other thing also. I forgot what system, what else he helped Ukraine with. But, well, if he wants to be a hero, there's a price to pay.
Right,
Yeah.
Master.
He should be happy that he still can talk now.
Right.
Right.
Of course, he talks now because if he waits until he shut up, then he couldn't talk anymore. When they shut him up, then that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I wish him well and pray that he continues to be alive to help whoever needs his company's equipment and talents.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
To be famous and rich is always a risk.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
People are jealous of you, like Lula. He's probably jealous of Zelensky's fame.
Oh,
Of course, everybody praises Zelensky this, Zelensky that, and the whole world came to Kiev to see him.
Yes.
Even the first lady, Jill Biden, also came
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
to see the first lady of Ukraine. Oh, well, finally, have to come, no?
Yes.
If they don't come, then what? Cannot face the world, no?
Yes.
Everyone came already.
Yeah, my God. Man, finally has to do something.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, if not the husband, then the wife at least. Yeah. Wow. Thank you then, huh? Anything else?
Yes, Master. The US has launched a website for Americans to file applications to financially sponsor Ukrainians who seek to temporarily flee to the US.
Good.
And Ukrainians will be allowed to remain in the US for 2 years.
Well, after 2 years, if they have a good job and a guarantee, they could stay also.
Yes.
It's supposed to be temporary, I hope so, because there's no place like home.
Right.
The Ukrainian people have a very nationalistic mentality. They're very much a nationalistic country. They love their country so much that they even value it more than their lives.
Yes,
That's true.
They're there to die. They don't care. Even in Mariupol, the last stand was in the deal plan, and they would not surrender. They say, we'll fight till the end.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
They are all surrounded already, and there's no food, no medical equipment down there. Many soldiers suffer and die in agony or live in agony. They still don't give up.
Yes.
So I don't think they ever wanted to migrate anywhere. Maybe some, like people go and live everywhere nowadays because of some reason, but not as the whole country, the mentality to be immigrating anywhere. Now, millions plus already.
Wow.
I wonder if there will be any more left soon. There are only 41 million, right? Around 15% have left. Oh, God, terrible. That's very good from America. But I heard that the Ukrainian refugees have had a hard time to enter the U.S.
Oh.
I guess they don't want them to enter from Mexico.
Oh.
But where else would they go? They thought that's the quickest, nearest possible way to the U.S. Okay, what else?
Yes, Master. Animal person companions rescued from Kharkiv in the northeast and Mykolaiv in the south have found shelter in a home for rescued animal people in the western city of Lviv.
Good. Good for them. Wonderful. Poor animal people. They are just innocent bystanders, They do nothing. They have nothing to do with the war. But they still need to suffer like that. Terrible, terrible. Humans still can run, but animal people, how?
Yes, Master.
It's good that I saw some caretakers who don't leave their animal people. I saw some woman, she's not strong or anything, just normal, and they were running on the road, and she picked up her German Shepherd and ran together. I wouldn't be able to pick up any of my dogs and run. They probably weigh more than me now. Even they're smaller, but I cannot pick them up and run.
Yes.
She did that. I saw it on some of the rare clips. Other dogs are smaller and, of course, stuck together with the caretaker, with their owner, they call it, and go and run. But this dog is very big, and she's a woman, and she picked him up, and tried to run. I don't know how long she can. I guess to run out of this shelling range, because Russia was shelling.
Yes.
The Russian army was shelling that area, and so they keep running, and such a big dog, and she picked up and ran with him or her. It's just tears me up all the time watching all these news and clips. And I thought, no wonder my eyes hurt. It's not the light or anything that I don't have enough light, of course. It's not the light. I cry too much, My eyes are dry, and I forget often to put drops in it because I just keep concentrating on the work. And by the time I'm done with the work, I'm already exhausted, so I just drop and forget about the eyes or anything. Or just too tired to even take care of my eyes. Truly, sometimes just too tired to even think of anything else. I just try to meditate to make it up for whatever I lost due to work. Karma. Okay, anything else?
Yes, Master. A second cargo ship full of Ukrainian cereals has left Romania's Constanța port.
Wow.
And a third is likely to be departed in mid-May.
Oh, how can they go? It's not controlled by Russia?
Somehow they use the route via Romania.
Okay. Thank God. Thank God they found a way. Russia controls many important ports here already. No, thank God for that. Thank you, heaven. Please take care of our world. Without food, they cannot survive. That's why I told you we should be grateful all the time that we have food and shelter and we have peace for now.
Yes, Master.
You never know, this crazy world, anything could happen anytime, unexpectedly. And now COVID is rising. affecting a lot of countries, not just the countries involved, like China, and the zero COVID policy is impacting a lot of businesses. You know that, right?
Yes.
It's unavoidable. It's not like the Chinese government enjoys doing it. They just also want to protect their people. But then the people who are quarantined, who are locked out in the whole city, they suffer, you see. Some don't have food delivered to them because of the strict quarantine rules. Oh, God, there's no end to suffering in this world, my God. When will it ever end? And then avalanches, landslides, then sinkholes, then suddenly the whole street collapsed. And one woman almost fell down also. She escaped in the nick of seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. The roads were already cracked and falling, but she was in the middle of the road and she jumped to the other side and escaped.
Wow.
I saw the videos. And by the way, whatever I give to you guys is mostly headlines. Sometimes I have time to do the whole video, but my hands hurt if I keep holding the camera too long, because there are a lot of news and a lot of videos. I do the best I can.
Yes,
Master.
So you guys tell each other to search for the rest.
Yes, Master.
Sometimes I just take half of the video or part of it or some photo of it, then you guys must find it on the internet.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Because for me alone to take care of everything and take so many videos for one person, it's too painful for me and time constraining.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Next one, any?
Master, Ukraine and Russia have announced that all elderly people, women and children have been evacuated from the Azovstal steelworks in Mariupol. And the operation began a week ago.
Good news.
It was coordinated by the UN and the Red Cross.
Yeah.
And Ukraine has said more than 300 civilians have been rescued from the plant over a period of 3 days.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, Thousands die in Mariupol. 10,000 plus. I don't know how many more now. That was a long time ago.
Yes.
Because the Russian army just bomb them anywhere. All civilians. It's easy to kill. Easy to kill because they're everywhere.
Yes.
And they know where they are. But the Ukraine military, they might not know where they're stationed. And they cannot go near because Ukraine will probably counterattack. But the civilian people, it's so easy to attack them, to kill them.
True.
Yes.
Because in the metropolitan area, people live everywhere. Or high-rise buildings, there are thousands who live in one, or many hundreds live in one building. So it's easy to find them. You can bomb them from afar.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Oh, this is really cowardly. So ugly, evil. Ugh. If communism taught them this kind of soullessness, then I am all for the free world. The free world might have some defects, some faults, some blemishes, but it's still a free world.
Yes, that's right.
They still believe in God and Buddha and holy teaching. Just some people may be corrupted, some in the government or anywhere, but at least the principle is freedom for everyone. Freedom of religion. And I love this. I love all this. I love the free world concept. Okay, anything else?
Yes, Master. Popular band U2's frontman, Bono, made a surprise performance at a Kiev metro station and sang alongside a local serviceman, calling on the world to support Ukraine.
Very good.
They sang popular songs, and including the song Stand By Me, and changed the lyrics to Stand By Ukraine.
Wonderful, wonderful. Bravo. Applaud. We don't hear it, but we applaud. Because people applaud the singers anyway, so we do the same. Okay, anything else?
That's everything, Master.
That's everything. Then it's good. How long have we been going?
1 hour and 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. That is good for now. Good enough for you to scramble to have flight news.
Yes, Master.
Okay, then we talk next time again. Okay, huh?
Yes, Master.
Oh, Master, about the planet that you asked us to remind you to talk about.
Oh, I don't feel that I'm up to it now.
Okay, Master.
Yeah. Because we talk a lot already about many other things, and it seems they're out of line now. Maybe next time, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
You chose it. You have chosen to talk first about questions. I think we're done now. Okay, maybe next time, huh?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Master.
The planet is still there. I won't run away. And I took some notes in my diary. Maybe someday we'll have a chance to talk about it. Something as a break from too much suffering and sorrow in this world.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I'm not up to it now.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm tired and don't feel well lately. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master.
Before I still had a lot of energy and talk a lot. Many days I didn't talk to you because I also don't feel that well to talk long. Okay.
Understand.
And now I feel already battery low. So sorry about the planet story. Next time. God bless. Love you.
Thank you, Master. We love you, Master.
Hope you can recharge.